Good morning, class. Today we're going to be working with clay. So when you use modeling clay, which is the colorful clay you see a lot of times, you have to warm it up because it's really hard to start with. But when you use real clay, it's already squishy and it even feels cold, but you don't have to warm it up. The more you play with regular clay, the crackier and harder it gets. So as soon as you get the real clay, you just want to get working right with it. I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to show you with the real clay. We're going to be making some bugs, and particularly, I'm going to show you how to do a ladybug. To start off, I've got my chunk of clay. I'm going to break it into two pieces, one small piece, one big piece. This is the body, and this is going to be the head. So for the head, I'm going to just roll it into a ball. I can roll it on my paper. I find that a little bit harder. I think my hands work best. I've got a ball. And I'm going to take it between the palms of my hands and squish it. And that's going to be my ladybug head. If there's any cracks, I can use my finger and smooth it around. I'm just going to put that to the side. My head is done. It's just a ball that got squished a little bit. Notice it's still pretty thick, though. I didn't squish it very much. You could even leave it like mostly as a ball, and that'd be okay. Now with this, I'm going to make a pinch pot for the body. So I've got to do that same first step, roll it into a ball. I'm going to roll it around, squish it. It's okay that I got this bump here because that's where I'm going to put my finger. Smooth out the rest of it. I need a little bit of water. I'm going to take it in my hand, push my thumb in. Remember, the more you play with it, the harder it gets, so try to do it as quick as you can without making any mistakes. If you find you made a mistake and it's really hard to work, you had to do it a couple times and it's getting really cracky, just let me know and I can get you a new ball of clay and that'll be okay. But I put my thumb in there, I made the hole, and now I've got to pinch because it's a pinch pot. I put my thumbs on the inside. I'm going to pinch it around, making sure I'm pinching down at the bottom too so it's not super thick down there. If I get cracks, I'm going to just smooth it around. And I've got a nice ladybug body. I'm going to smooth the top as much as I like as well. Alright. Yay, ladybugs. The next step is attaching the head and the body. Now to do this, I have got to scratch and attach. Scratching and attaching. I take my tool. I have to scratch both areas that are going to touch. That way they link together. If they're both flat, they'll just go and slide right off of each other as soon as they dry. They may look like they're sticking right now, but as soon as this dries, that head's going to pop right off, okay? You have to scratch and attach, and I will be checking. To scratch, take your tool, go this direction, then turn it and go a different direction. You got to do it at least two ways. So, ooh, look at that. It looks nice and rough. That's got a rough texture, not a smooth texture. Smooth textures do not stick. And then I'm going to see where, oh, that's exactly where I want the head, and that's where I scratch it, because I got to have both textures be rough. So I've got it rough, and now I have to add the glue. Now the glue is just water. So I got my paintbrush, it's just in a water bucket, and I'm going to get it so it looks wet. So I do about 2 or 3 times on each one. One. This one only needs about 2 times. Perfect. Put my brush away. And all I have to do is just stay it on here. I put my thumb on the inside and I just press it down. Smooth out the edges. If you want to kind of smooth it together, you can do that too. It's best just to let it sit for a little while because it's really breakable right now, but as soon as it dries, this head is sticking on great. If you scratch and attach it and put that glue on, you're in good shape. Now that you've got the head attached, it's time to add details. We've got some textures we can add. Look at these. So I can maybe do a line down the back if I want to do that ladybug because they have the separate wings. And ladybugs are symmetrical, so I'm going to make my ladybug back symmetrical. So if I do a flower on this side, I'm going to do a flower on that side. Let's see what other things I've got. Ooh, a shell. So I might do a shell over here, a shell over there. Ooh, I like the sunglasses. I think that'd look good on the face. Cute. You could take your scratch tool, do a mouth, whatever you want to do. You could draw a picture over here. Do a smiley face over there. Alright, anything you're doing, make sure you just have a variety of textures and that's not just looking kind of boring. I want you to make it your own so I can say, oh, that's Miss Roselle's ladybug. I can tell because of the way she did it. Oops. Make sure we always put our buttons back. And I think that's a lot of good variety right there. You can always add more detail. There's something that is missing on my ladybug though. There's a couple things. One thing that's missing are my legs and my name. So I'm going to do my name on the bottom. Roselle. Just used my little scratching tool. And then for the legs we're going to use nails. So I'm going to stick my nails into the side. Now I'm doing it the direction that my pinch pot went. I'm not just sticking them straight up because otherwise they'll go out the other end. So I have them kind of slanted. Oop, and they still went through the wall. So maybe I'll try it over here. That's why we have to make sure we have thick walls. If you're having problems, don't do it a million times. Come up, raise your hand, I will help you. I'm going to stick some legs in, being very careful to not poke big holes through my ladybug. Now ladybugs have 6 legs. Miss Roselle only has 4 of her nails today, so she's using twist ties. You guys will have enough nails though, so don't worry. So I'm just going to show you what it would look like. Okay? And then I'll be using 2 for the head to be on the antennas. Bing! You could use nails as well. You won't use the twist ties, you can use nails. So you'll need a total of 8 nails each person for the antenna and the legs. When you're done, you just bring it to the front, wash off these hands in the sink. You don't need soap. Wipe your hands off with a paper towel from the roll, not the big noisy thing above my sink. And then you just grab a ball of modeling clay with your clean hands. Notice I'm trying not to touch it with my dirty parts of my hands. And you can do whatever you want with the modeling clay while the rest of the class finishes up. All right, let's try it out.